World War I, also known as the Great War, was a global conflict that lasted from 1914 to 1918. It involved major powers from Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Americas, making it one of the largest and most devastating wars in history. To provide a comprehensive account of its history, let's explore the causes, major events, key players, and the profound consequences of World War I. Causes of World War I. The causes of World War I can be traced back to a combination of long-term structural factors and immediate triggers. Some of the key causes include nationalism. The late 19th and early 20th centuries witnessed a surge in nationalist sentiments, with various ethnic groups striving for independence and self-determination. This led to tensions within multi-ethnic empires such as Austria-Hungary and the Ottoman Empire. Imperial rivalries. European powers competed fiercely for colonial possessions and resources across the globe. The scramble for colonies, particularly in Africa and Asia, fueled geopolitical rivalries and heightened tensions among nations. Alliance system. In an attempt to maintain a balance of power, European nations formed intricate alliances. The two major alliances were the Triple Entente, comprising France, Russia, and Britain, and the Central Powers, consisting of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and later joined by the Ottoman Empire and Bulgaria. Militarism. European nations heavily invested in their military forces, resulting in an arms race. This militaristic build-up created an atmosphere of tension and made the outbreak of war seem inevitable. Balkan crises. The volatile Balkan Peninsula witnessed a series of territorial disputes and nationalist uprisings. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary by a Serbian nationalist in June 1914 in Sarajevo triggered a chain of events that led to the outbreak of war. Major events of World War I. Outbreak of war. Following the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, Austria-Hungary issued an ultimatum to Serbia, which Serbia only partially accepted. As a result, Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia on July 28, 1914. This declaration led to a rapid escalation of hostilities as countries honored their alliance commitments. Western Front and trench warfare. The Western Front, a series of trenches stretching across Belgium and France, became the focal point of the war. Both sides entrenched themselves, leading to a prolonged stalemate and the emergence of trench warfare. Brutal battles such as Verdun and the Somme resulted in millions of casualties but achieved minimal territorial gains. Eastern Front. In the east, Germany and Austria-Hungary fought against Russia and other members of the Allied powers. The Eastern Front witnessed dynamic and mobile warfare, with the front lines constantly shifting. However, the vastness of the front and logistical challenges prevented either side from gaining a decisive advantage. Naval warfare. Naval warfare played a crucial role, particularly between Britain and Germany. The British naval blockade aimed to starve Germany of supplies, while Germany employed unrestricted submarine warfare to disrupt Allied shipping. The sinking of the British ocean liner RMS Lusitania in 1915, resulting in the loss of civilian lives, including Americans. Heightened tensions. Home front and total war. World War I saw the mobilization of entire populations and economies for the war effort. Civilians were enlisted in war industries, and rationing and propaganda became common. Women took on new roles in the workforce, contributing to the suffrage movement and the advancement of women's rights. U.S. entry and turning point. The United States initially pursued a policy of neutrality, but a series of events, including Germany's resumption of unrestricted submarine warfare and the interception of the Zimmermann telegram, which proposed an alliance between Germany and Mexico against the United States, prompted the U.S. to enter the war in April 1917. American troops bolstered the Allied powers and played a crucial role in the final offensives. Collapse of the Central Powers. By 1918, the Central Powers were facing internal unrest and economic hardships. The Allied powers launched successful offensives, and the entry of fresh American troops tipped the balance. Bulgaria, followed by the Ottoman Empire, signed armistices in late 1918. Austria-Hungary disintegrated, and Germany faced political upheaval. The German government signed an armistice on November 11, 1918, effectively ending the war. Key players in World War I. Allied powers. Britain, led by Prime Minister David Lloyd George. Britain had a vast empire and a powerful navy. France, governed by President Raymond Poincaré de copyright, France sought to reclaim territories lost in previous wars. Russia, Initially a major player, Russia withdrew from the war due to the Russian Revolution in 1917. United States, under President Woodrow Wilson, the US played a critical role in the final years of the war. Italy joined the Allies in 1915 after switching from its former alliance with Germany and Austria-Hungary. Japan fought alongside the Allies, seeking territorial gains in the Pacific. Central powers, Germany, led by Kaiser Wilhelm II, Germany aimed to establish itself as a global power. Austria-Hungary, ruled by Emperor Franz Joseph I, Austria-Hungary faced significant ethnic tensions and challenges to its authority. Ottoman Empire, ruled by Sultan Mehmed V, the Ottoman Empire sought to defend its territories and suppress nationalist movements. Bulgaria joined the Central Powers in 1915 to gain territorial concessions from Serbia and Romania. Aftermath and legacy of World War I. Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in June 1919, aimed to establish peace and punish Germany. It imposed severe territorial losses, disarmament, substantial reparations, and the establishment of the League of Nations. The treaty's harsh terms sowed resentment and contributed to the rise of German nationalism, leading to the outbreak of World War II. Redrawing of borders. The war led to significant territorial changes and the collapse of empires. New nations emerged, including Czechoslovakia, Poland, and Yugoslavia. The breakup of empires and the redrawing of borders set the stage for further conflicts and nationalist aspirations. Human toll and social impact. World War I resulted in an immense loss of life and profound suffering. The war claimed the lives of an estimated 16 million soldiers and civilians, with millions more injured or displaced. The war also had social and cultural impacts, including advancements in women's rights as they took on new roles, disillusionment with traditional authorities, and the emergence of artistic movements reflecting the trauma and loss experienced during the war. Technological advancements. World War I witnessed significant technological advancements in warfare. Machine guns, artillery, poison gas, tanks, and aircraft were employed on a large scale, transforming the nature of warfare. The war spurred innovation in fields such as medicine, communication, and transportation, leaving a lasting impact on subsequent conflicts. Shift in global power. World War I marked a shift in global power dynamics. The war weakened traditional European powers and paved the way for the rise of the United States as a dominant world power. It also led to the dissolution of empires and set the stage for decolonization movements in the post-war era. World War I was a transformative event that left an indelible mark on the 20th century. Its causes, major events, key players, and consequences continue to shape our understanding of modern history and the complexities of global conflicts.